So good morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Reykjavík. Welcome to Iceland. If you're not from Iceland, I know quite a few of you are from Iceland, including myself. Sveinn Margeirsson, our CEO, he sends everybody here his best wishes. He's actually in Canada right now for the week, so I'm kind of stepping in to welcome you and give you a very brief introduction on Matís. I'm sure a lot of you know quite a bit about Matís, but some other people know less about Matís. And I only have a couple of minutes because I know you have a tight schedule here today and tomorrow. Now, what we are a public research and development company. We're not really an institute, but we function more like a company/institute, and we're owned by the Icelandic government. And our role in Iceland is really to enhance innovation in both the food and biotech industry, and obviously the fisheries industry is one of our biggest food industry by far. We also have a role to increase value of consumer products, and really overall just increase the competitiveness of the Icelandic food and the biotech industry. We're not just looking at the food industry, but also the biotech industry, because we see a lot of synergy between food and biotech. And eventually in the future, we won't be talking about food and biotech, but these will be actually areas that will merge into one area, at least in our view here. We also have a role when it comes to food safety and quality of food products in Iceland. We're not a monitoring agency. We're not the FDA or like in the US. We have our own food monitoring authority called MUST. But what we do here, we don't enforce any regulations, but we do a lot of analysis for the enforcing agencies. For example, monitoring all the quality of the fish and the safety of the fish that's being harvested here around Iceland, kind of the safety of the waters around Iceland, to give you an example. And then we also play a role in public health. So this is kind of summarizing the function of Matís in Iceland. Now, although we work in Iceland, we are quite global. Iceland is a small country, and for us to function and grow, we have to work globally. So we have quite extensive collaborations and projects spanning the whole globe. A lot of projects in Europe, but also now increasingly a lot of projects in North America as well. So we're not just confined to Iceland. Very briefly, this is how we're structured. We have a board, and then we have our CEO, and we have a division of food production and education. We actually play a very strong role in education in Iceland. And for example, all of the master's and PhD level courses in food science at the University of Iceland are actually taught here at Matís, mostly by people, Matís experts. About 40 to 50 people at Matís are involved in teaching students at the undergraduate and graduate level here in Iceland. And in fact, we help the university redevelop their program so we can actually strengthen our food industry. So that's our educational component. I work very closely with Sveinn, and I also manage one of our divisions. And we have, as you see, 5 divisions. We have a division of innovation and consumers that work very closely with small companies and entrepreneurs. We have the value chain and processing and agriculture division, and one of the the division director, Hörður, is actually with us here. And that division deals with food processing, agriculture, and basically the whole value chain, and the seafood industry being, of course, a big importance of that division. And then I run the biotechnology and biomolecule division, and we try to work across all the different divisions with the tools that we have developed. Then we have an analysis and consulting division. It does a lot of microbial analysis, chemical analysis, and so forth. And then I'm not sure if Anna is with us today. No, she's not here, but she runs our food safety, environment, and genetics division. And for example, her division does research in stock genetics, fish stock genetics, and also she's very much involved in fisheries management projects with Jonas. So we're located in in about 10 or 11 locations in Iceland. We have smaller units all over Iceland. Our biggest unit here is here in Reykjavík, but then we have smaller focused units all around Iceland. So we stay in very close contact with our with the different parts of Iceland that have different industries and different needs. We have actually about between 110 and 115 employees now, and we it's about 1/3 split between people with bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and PhD degrees. So we're a fairly educated workforce, a very diverse workforce, and we try to cross discipline our different divisions as much as possible. So I think I've even passed my 5 minutes, and I want to invite our next speaker from AG Fisk, who is going to give us a few words. Right?